Hello, traders. Oh, seems like nobody's online today and they are not having, they're having a lot of fun. Dun, 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 dun. Hi, Alex. How was your weekend? So today is a short day. Market is going to close around 1 o'clock. I'm sure that nobody showed up today. They might be thinking of the holiday, I guess. Morning, Nas. So I'm watching ES, before the market opened yesterday, I sent an art a detailed review. I was thinking that market going to bounce, uh, but I was expecting market to bounce today, but it already bounced yesterday night. Um, so 58.40 was an important support level on the ES, which is definitely claim backed. Right now, it is very close to the 5900 now. And today is a short day, low volume day. It's likely I'm expecting a small, tiny bounce and then maybe further move up and retest 5970. This is highly possible. The way market is consolidating over the highs. Just give me 1 second, I will be back. So we definitely have the pre-market high, which is close to 58.95, which happens to be also the high of the May 22nd. Um, so if you look at Alex here, this is a top, this is a top, and there's also resistance here. So we have a clear resistance. What we need to see that whether we can break those resistances or not. Just a quick question. Have you registered? Because I think the offer is going to expire today. So if you have not yet registered, Alex, you go ahead and look at the promotional offer up to 75%. Um, I'm going to remove that offer. It's just a launch offer for a Discord. So if you have not yet registered, go ahead and check it out. So we have a clear resistance on the top of the side, 58.95 and 5900. Um, and market has moved a lot in the overnight session. I was thinking it's going to hold on this side, and then we're going to get the momentum once today market open. But if we look at it clearly, that there was a lot of short buildup, I guess, and that was the reason that market came down, and it's just ripped. So right now we have a clear uptrend. As far as we hold these trend lines, which is close to 50 to 80, I would not be looking for the short. Rather, I would look for the pullback and bounce and reclaim this. Um, but it moved a lot. Maybe some reset or a pullback on a 5 minute chart, um, that could be helpful. So if you look at it here, look and see how bounced. That clearly shows that there was a short side buildup and it just an early squeeze on on the short side. And now if you look at it, this clearly just making um, higher highs and the lower lows and higher lows. So higher high, higher low, another higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then all the way it retested at 58.94. So we have that resistance, not today, but we have this resistance in the past as well. So if we check here, see how many times it rejected the same level. If we count this one, two, three, but this time, if you look at it, this time we had a reaction. We have a big reaction. This time we don't have that much reaction, but we still have the reaction, but not as extreme as we have seen here. So what we wanted to see that uh, if we tightly consolidate here between this range, we might gonna see a breakout, and if it fails, then we might gonna see a retest of the same area, which is basically this fill, right? But let's see that what happens right now. I'm just watching at this point. Remember, today is the day when market is a bit slow, low volume, so you do not need to take too much risk unless we kind of see clear breakdown or breakouts. Guys who are watching on the YouTube, any questions? Feel free to ask and write it down on the comment section. I will respond to you guys. And if we look at the NQ, NQ also have a similar structure, but NQ, if you look at it, this one, we have the resistance here. This time we tried to break out, but one, two, three, four resistances, and now again on the resistances level, which is consolidating over the 21250. So this is a bullish kind of a structure where where the futures start consolidating over the resistance with the tight risk reward. So for me, I want to watch it very nicely and very closely to see whether NQ can break out on 21,300 level. If that happens, it can easily retest 21,500. What we really need to see now, market is just pulling back a couple of points, uh, but it's a very tight range. So I don't see really a trade at this point, given it is so close, so tight. If I show you, you can see here, look at this ES, and this is a 30 minutes chart. If you look at it last, uh, after they turn from 3 o'clock. If you look at it, is only 10 points range from 558.82 to 58.95, almost 13 points range within those candles. So it's really hard to make money when you only have a 13 points range. And if you look at the NQ, it's no difference in NQ as well. NQ ranges is, if you look at it, 21,250 to 21,280, so only 30 points range. So I'm not interested going either long or short at this point unless we have seen some sort of a expansion in volatility, either with the volume confirmation, which can really show us the momentum on the one side. You see that this moving back is just a 4 points. Don't look at the candle. Look at the number of points. 58.91 to 58.87. Only 4 points. So there's no much money unless you are, um, you know, big size you trade, but still is not worth the time and risk. If you're gonna go, even that size, it easily can pull back and stop you out. Yeah, so yes, so I think this move is now gonna give us some sort of a momentum. We need to see whether when it comes down, how does it close? Does it close to 50 to 82 or rebounds or is still just churning and consolidating over the VWAP? I think that is an important question we need to ask. At this point, given the contraction and the candle sizes, I don't see much momentum. This week is a big week. It's also the month end, and if you look at the uh, on Thursday, we have the GDP data, continuing claim data. On the Friday, we have the personal spending data. Um, so we have a lot of data coming in this week as well. So this week could be an important one, the given we have a data month end, and we would like to see that how the market going to close this month. So far, we have a two bullish months, and if you look at the daily, you can see here what I'm talking about. We had a March red month, April after the first week of April, market starting bouncing, and look at what happened. It's just ripped in April, in May, nothing shorter than the, higher lows and very beautiful setup. And right now it's pulling back and moving back up. Now, question is that everybody's asking, is this going to be like this or is going to be like this, right? And we're gonna see here because we have a contraction happening. It likely that today is consolidate and then maybe tomorrow it rip back up or fails. But we need to see. Right now, the trend is up, is a nice pullback. Uh, Dip is bought, and look at this, how beautifully it bought back up. Right now, market is pulling back on a shorter time frame, but the volatility is still contracted. Is only 3 or 4 or 5 points pullback. So, not, not really. You can make out, a little profitable trade from these momentums. If you look at it here, from 21 to 87 to 68, 69, only 20 points. Too tiny range. Uh, Risk is a bit more. You can't continuously withdraw money and trading like that. Guys, if you're watching, please subscribe and uh, subscribe and then like. See, this was exactly I was talking about. Look at the bounce happen suddenly. Um, so these kind of a price action is harder for you to trade. You think that the momentum is coming in, but look at the size and the candles. It doesn't really worth uh, trading those momentums. Look at this, just this bounce is almost 1.5 point bounce, and there's not much room unless we break those. We see the expansion. Uh, right now, market is in the contraction mode. So once we see the expansion, then the only way you can trade. So I'm still watching, and it's slow. We don't have that many even followers online today. Um, so might be they're all taking break. They might not aware the market is open today. So right now, nothing to trade at this point. There is no setup. What we can just do is to watch very carefully that how it does it unfold. And if you look at it, it's still tightly holding and kissing all the moving averages. So any question, anything specifically you guys want to look, just message, whether it's a YouTube or the Discord, just message what you want to look, and I can look at. I'm available at this point, watching the market, but I don't see the real setup at this point. So how was your long weekend, guys? So see, still holding the VWAP and very tiny range, so it's really hard to trade those ranges. So what we need to be really careful that within this range, which is f- which is basically 58.75 to 58.90, try not to guess the short side or long side. Um, given the very tight consolidation, we need an expansion in the range. Either it has to come, you know, below for 58.40, or a bounce from 58.40 to the new highs. Market is the way it is claimed. Look at this bounce is because that the market was, the moment the ES has claimed 58.40, the new buyers come in and price push it up. After that, there was some, you know, a short consolidation, very volatility contraction mechanism we have seen. Market just pulling back up. But what is more important is the how is market is going to react when these things comes in. So if you look at my chart, this blue line is the VWAP. The green and red is basically a 5 and 9 EMA. This red line coming from the slope coming from the top, it is the 200 SMA. This is the white line is a 21 EMA. And then this blue dotted line um, is basically a prior day close. And if you look at it, you can clearly, just give me 1 second here. And what I'm saying that if you can clearly uh, see here the bullish momentum we had in overnight, the strong green candle at the market open around 6 p.m. And then we see a very strong green candle. And if we remove this line, you can see that right now price is 58.90, which creates a real nice gap. So there was a gap down on the May 23rd. Now there's a gap up today on May 26th, which is basically the gap over gap. So still we are above the pre-market low and the pre-market high. This kind of a price action is basically a sandwich price action between the two close resistances and support. If you look at it, 58.95 and 58.82, it has a very tight consolidating range. Very condensed and low volatility expansion, low volatility day after the big expansion happened in the overnight gap. We need to make sure that if we take a trade, the price needs to decisively move in a one direction or other. Either we need to see a bullish momentum and breakout, or we need to see a failed breakout and then reversing back. Other than that, this is really a small churning. Market can reverse in any spot of the time. Only 10, 15 points of a range of an ES. It's not really, you can make a lot of money. Risk of losing more, there's no clear edge. And if you look at the NQ, similarly, in 30 points range, it's really hard to make money. And that's exactly what I was talking about. Look at this. The red candle came in and immediately the buyers came in to cover the full gap. So these kind of low volatility interactions are really hard to trade. And is not really too much for you to have to get out of it. Look at this price action. That's exactly what I was referring to, that there's a very tiny range, is a consolidation mode. So do not take any trade at this point. It's just a losing trades. You can easily blow your account if you want to try trading here. And I want to show you something very interesting. Um, so if you remember, market was in extreme pressure uh, on a sell-off last week. So we see a big sell-off, then another sell-off, and then gap down. And after the gap down, market was consolidating, and this was all about the tariff news coming back in. The restrictions on Apple, and then they also announced some restrictions on the Samsung, and the market gap down. And that clearly shows that the market is looking for a reason for the pullback. This is a bad news coming in, and we saw sell off, sell off, sell off, and the gap here. But what happened? There was a gap, but what happened? The following Monday, I mean the Sunday night, when the futures open, we are opening here and then ripped with a 30-minute strong candle. And right now, we are creating again the overnight gap here on the same spot where we have a gap down. Now we have a gap up, and this gap is created. So what really shows it? It really shows that the reason for this weakness, it seems to be that this weakness is just covered by the on the weekend, where the president has eased out some tariff restrictions on the European countries, and that may be the trigger that it was initially created the pressure for the market to come down, and now we are here. So if we are here and then consolidating as a sandwich, if you remember, look at this one. So we had a very tight consolidation here, and then we had a gap down. Now we are going back up again, and then consolidation on top of this range, which is really tiny range. So now if it breaks out, this could be a very strong price action. And if it breaks out, we have a lot of room to play and trade. And that's what we am looking for. Or in case if it fails, so I'm looking for the breakout and fail with the strong reaction, and then we can look for the downside move. But if price stay within those ranges, don't try to do any trade, because that is just going to be the losing trades. The given the lot of uh, uh, the price action is more a sandwich price action style. So this is a really uh, I'm looking at it from that perspective that the reason for this bearishness is seems like an over, and we are now consolidating on top of those consolidation. That is a stacking, overstacking, and is really bullish price action on the consolidation side. If it breaks out, we can look for the breakout over 5,900. But if we see the failure after attempting the 5,900 resistance, then can look for the short side, but we need to see a clear failure before we do anything. This is a very technical setup forming at this point. And you can see clearly, I'm going to show you the much clearer chart. So you can see here, look at this clean chart, and you can see here. So we have a clear gap coming in here. Right now we are here. Before the gap down, we had a tight consolidation here, and then we had a gap down. So we basically uh, created this gap here. Now, based on the price action of yesterday, we moved back up with a strong green candle, and now we again leaving this as the uh, we are leaving this as another gap on the green side. So downside gap, upside gap, prices up here, and prices exactly, if you look at it, consolidating over the previous consolidation happened on May 22nd. So this is a very technical setup, very bullish setup. We look for the breakout, and if it breakouts happen, this could be one of the wonderful one could be a very good trade. Uh, you can hold the given we have a very nice range from 58.91 to 59.70. The people who are watching, the traders watching on the YouTube, the welcome. Do you guys have any questions? If you're really enjoying our analysis, can you please give a thumbs up? It will help me, support me. Uh, it can really help me to reach out, and we can help the other traders who are struggling to make out in this hard market. The market is really very technical and very hard to trade. So please, we look for your support, and we'll support you on your way in on your journey to be profitable. But you have to support us on the way we can support other traders as well. Go on, guys, give a thumbs up. Still watching for you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Type in on the YouTube, and I will try to respond to you. Yeah, so be very careful unless the range, if range expansion doesn't happen, don't take trade, okay? My style is that you need to be very patient, organized, and wait for your setup. And if nothing happens, don't click. Don't click. We do not need to click just looking at one of the candle. We know exactly our levels are, and you know why these levels are so dangerous. Look at here. So right now, if you just look at the 15 minutes, it's going to give you a clear picture. Look at this 15 minutes. How how tightly it's consolidating between these two levels, the pre-market low and pre-market high. It's just the 12 points range, uh, for the whole night. So if you're going to trade in the middle of those ranges, it can easily squeeze you out in any position, whether long or short. So when the market is consolidating, you make sure that you don't short or go long. Just watch the price action. It's very important for you to learn the price action. And those who are on the YouTube and want to join our Discord, you can join. I do live trading every day. You can join our Discord as well. Uh, but always remember, we are here to make money. The decision you pay for your decisions, and you lose for your decisions. So when market is in the range, and it's the range is very tiny. It's an 8 point, 10 points range. And if you look at the NQ, is only 15 points, 20 point range. Don't trade it. For you to make money, you need to see an expansion in the ranges. You need at least a 5 point risk in the ES and at least 10 to 15 points of profit. Similarly, for the NQ, When you trade on a smaller range days, you look for 20 points risk and at least you try to make it 40, 45 points, 50 points. And if it's a wider range, when the NQ is moving 200, 300 points, then you look for at least the 40 points risk and try to make 100 points. But today, if you look at the price action, both situations are not there. Market is in the low contraction, low volatility mode, which is basically the overall range is just ES is 12 points and NQ is just 30 points. So no expansion, no trade. That's exactly the rule is. If no expansion, no rules. If we have the expansion, we'll take the trade. And those who wanted to join, I'm just gonna post the Discord link here um, s- in the chat so you can see. And if you want to join, you can join as well. A lot of our traders are off today, taking a break. It's a Memorial Day, uh, low volume, low contraction day. Big move has already happened last night. Uh, we'll see what when market opens. It's still the 20 minutes left. We'll see when market opens what is really show us. And if you see, um, you know, a good trades, we definitely gonna take it. And if you are online, you can take with me as well. So again, move back up. Look at this. Again, market is just moved back up. That's what I was warning you that don't take the trade in the middle of the um, in the middle of the setup, middle of the range, because the hardest trade you can have it is in the middle of the range. Guys, just give me a 1 minute to break. I'm just gonna go and come back. I'm gonna go use the restroom. So just gonna be back in 1 minute or so. Just to hold on. Don't go. We look for price action. At this point, we don't see any contract, any expansion. There's a consolidations happening. So stay tuned. I will be back and then we can chat. Already. All right. Um, so we're still in the same range. Market has not moved a lot. We need to be very carefully watch this, the pre-market high and lows, and I think that's where the trade is. Uh, we're gonna see that if we can see the expansion, and if we see the price expansion, I think that's where the good trade would be. If we don't see any price expansion, uh, don't trade it because this could be a risky trade if it's stay in the consolidated range. And guys who are joining now and you're not familiar with us, I'm Sean. I do trade ES and NQ and the large or mega cap stocks. Um, my expertise is that to analyze the market structure, look patiently for those structures, and then trade. I don't try to scalp for every single candle, but rather look for the right setups and where I can take the risk. Uh, so I'm going to teach you guys how to stay patient. I do the candle by candle analysis. So when you know, I want to discuss and through that maybe you're one of the best learning things you can do to learn when I'm watching the market rather than, talking uh, stuff which is not relevant. So right now, what we see, those who are joining now, we really appreciate if you give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I'm gonna give you this is 12 minutes. I'm just gonna give you one more rundown. Those who are joined now, uh, that what do I see in the market. So we clearly see there is a big gap in the market created on the May 12th, and then that market was just running away from that gap and has a multi-day run up to the May 19th, where market has taken a deep breath and wanted to pull back. Then we have seen the lower highs and some sell-off due to tariff news, and the last gap down we have seen on May 23rd. Even though it gapped down just below the previous gap, which is on the May 12th, that market was never able to push further down and close the gap. Rather, moved up on the Friday, if you recall, and after the Friday last half an hour, it pulled back. And then Sunday night, when the market session opens, we see a strong bullish momentum. And right now, we have just above this gap, which was created on May 23rd. So it seems everything is so bullish right now. Right now, we are close to 58.87, which is above the 58.70, which is also a stacking consolidation. So what we are doing right now, we are consolidating on top of the previous stacked consolidation. If it breaks out this resistance, if you can see, we have a multiple time we have retested and we failed. But if we break out today, which is 5890 or 5900, we can clearly see the expansion and then price going to go and move into this spot. And this could be a very nice way and nice expansion, and we can trade that. Or if we see a hammer uh, trying to break and then fail, and then we see the failure of this, and then we can trade again, because then if it fails, the market going to come back and go into this range. So either of the two direction, but if market consolidated, doesn't break out, don't do anything, I would not be interested in going long or short either. I just going to hold until I see a clear price action. That's the 1 minute, 2 minute rundown for you guys. Uh, uh, who you have joined late and wanted to know. So price action is bullish over 58.91 and then bearish if it fails 58.60. Just to remind you, if you have not subscribed to our channel, subscribe. I'm posting a very nice learning session today at 11 a.m. If you go to my channel, you see it's gonna be a premium display. It's gonna blow your mind how you can identify your edge by using a book map. Watch that video. I'm gonna release at 11 a.m. today. And I'm not gonna keep that post for long. I'm gonna remove that post. If you are interested, watch that. It's going to be really, really helpful for you guys to learn that how important it is to supplement or complement your trading by 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 the book map and having a right mentor. So go and check at 11 a.m. today. Please notify yourself, subscribe, and hit the bell button. So then every new post I post, you can see those uh, videos as well on a timely basis. And there is no economic news today, so we don't expect any big volatility due to that. All right, only 5 minutes remaining in the market to open. Market is trying to break the VWAP. Look at the NQ. NQ is still above the VWAP, uh, and ES is just hovering over the VWAP. I'm still not interested in doing anything unless we see a clear expansion. So just watch. Uh, and as I mentioned, I'm br- I'm gonna show you here uh, that at 11 o'clock I'm sharing the premium video, which is I'm not going to keep it for long. If you have not subscribed or notify yourself, notify, and you're gonna enjoy this. You're gonna see that how you can create. Basically, the reason I'm sharing this video is that you can see that how you can create your edge uh, by using the book map as part of your toolbox. Um, so watch this. I'm putting the link here on the chat. Click on it and subscribe. It's going to be at 11 o'clock. Now ES is losing the VWAP, just lost the VWAP. Look at it, still above the pre-market low. NQ still holding very tightly. We'll see what happens here. We do not need to chase this move. Still within the ranges. Sometimes the 1 minute feel like, oh, we missed it, but if you look at it honestly, uh, it's only a 2 or 3 points move, so which is nothing. So just ignore this move. The candle looks bigger, but candle doesn't really means look at always the right side of your price, that how many number of points moved. So if you look at in 2 minutes here, look at this. So this candle was 85 to 81, 4 points move, but after how many consolidation attempts? If you look at 5 minutes, see, look at all within the 5 minutes of ranges. We don't know whether it's going to hold the pre-market low, it's going to fail, as NQ is above the VWAP still. Very tight consolidation range. It would be ideal if it gets a little bit of pullback and we can find the long entry rather than going short within the range of consolidation. We rather wait to pull back and then get the right setup for breakout. So still holding the pre-market low, only 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. So we're going to closely watch the price action. If you see my screen, I have the 2 minutes chart and also the 30 minutes. I keep those charts on my screen all the time uh, to see where am I in terms of the long term and the short term perspective. I would appreciate give a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. It will really help a lot and help us to reach to the other traders like you who need some help and support. So NQ has clearly hold the pre VWAP, so it's really strong. Um, and if you look at it, ES is still holding it. So both are holding it very nicely. We'll see when market opens. It's the 1 minute and 15 second what gonna happen. So good luck. Just just at 40 seconds remaining. Hey Alex, 15 seconds remaining. All right, good luck guys. All right, market open. First move is up, holding the VWAP. Watching it. No trade this point. Okay, market is just pushing up. We want this to push up and break out. Still watching it. So we have a range created now, almost a 6 points range. And NQ has almost 15-20 point range. Still range is being forming at this point, the opening range. 2 minutes are over. NQ is trying to break the pre-market high. This is the first attempt. I failed it a bit. I'm just gonna wait a little bit more, a better consolidation in structure before I attempt long. No trade for me at this point. Okay, NQ has broke the pre-market high. We'll see, can we get the retest here? Because there's a clear first pull, move up. Is the volume is there, but it's a low volume day. We haven't seen any red candle yet in the market after the market opened. Another push up. Still watching it. Don't get FOMO on those candles. Just wait for your setup. There's no setup yet. It's just bounce. This could be a good if we can see some sort of consolidation here. It could be a nice setup. It's just market just grinding up without any pullback. ES is still in the range. NQ has just broke the range, but ES is still in the range. Okay, another expansion. It's just straight up line, straight line. You can't just straight line, right? Risk is too high on the pullback. Can have an aggressive pullback and then you can stop you out. Okay, I like it now. It's pulling back. If it doesn't pull back too much and consolidate and then break out, it could be a nice trade for us. So NQ is now pulling back. ES is pulling back. A very important level. Let's see what happened. Can we hold this pullback? If it's now breakout over 58.93, I can go long with a 3-point risk. So no financial advice, but if I go, if I see the breakout over 58.93, I will go long with the risk of 58.90, which is close to 3 points risk on ES. And if you like to trade NQ, you can go over long 21.310 with the risk of 21.290, which is 20 points risk. But only if it breaks out. Still 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining to finish this 10 minutes candle. It would be good that if it doesn't break out before 9:40, that could be good. Right, it's consolidating. Let's see, does it breaks here or fails? If it fails, then I'm not interested at shorting at this point, but if it breaks out, I'm interested in going long here. Right, 15 more seconds. All right, let's see what happens now. Does it break or does it fail? Still holding it, not moving in any direction. So if it breaks out, I will go long. If it fails, then I will just ignore it. Still consolidating, did nothing at this point. So I'm watching it to see if we can break out over 58.93. I will go long with the 3 points risk on ES. I would appreciate if you guys give a thumbs up and subscribe. If you have not yet subscribed, and thumbs up, would really appreciate. Still watching it. Seems nice, nice consolidation, but it can fail here as well. But if it fails, then I'm not interested in shorting because there's a lot of support over the VWAP and everything. But if it breaks out, that's where I'm more interested in going long on the breakout attempt. So NQ is holding pre-market high. That's a good sign. So I'm gonna go long over 52.93. Still the same price action, same area which I'm watching at this point. Good consolidation happening. Let's see does the volume gonna come in. See if you can see here after this green volume, we have no volume at all. So uh, so there's no buyers and there's no sellers. No one is interested in doing anything. They're waiting for someone to take the action and they can follow. So I think we're on the right inflection point. It's just that we don't know who's going to win. So if the shorts are going to win here, I'm not interested in shorting at this point. But if it's a long side, if long, bulls wins here, then I will willing to go long uh, on this setup. Okay, it seems like a breaking out now. Just gonna wait until it breaks out. Right, we just got a breakout. Let's see, I'm still not long yet. I'm looking for this to break out. Still, didn't break out the range yet. It just made the high, never broke 58.93. Tightening range. So it's failing at this point, never. Let's see what it does. Still holding it, but not breaking out. right? Still watching it. Let's see what it has happened this time. Is pushing up. If it breaks out, I will go long. Just to remind you, at 11 a.m., I'm going to release a premium video on how you can use the Bookmap to identify and improve your edge. So if you're interested in watching it, go ahead and subscribe your that video. I'm not gonna leave that video for long. It's just for you to showcase that how you can improve it. So go ahead and check and notify yourself and watch that video at 11 a.m. I have posted the link into the comment section so you can go and check. And guys, yeah, if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to our channel. It will really help me and help the channel to grow. Similarly, please provide the thumbs up if you have not yet. Appreciate it. So still watching. See, if you look at it, the price action is still consolidating. Very low volume day. So don't go oversize. Um, but I feel like if it's break 58.93 here, this could be a real nice momentum come in and we can get the momentum. But if it fails, then it's going to go back into the consolidation range. I'm not interested in shorting at this point. If you look at it, NQ is also very close to breaking out the range. ES is also very close to breaking out the range. So uh, it could be the range expansion. So if it breaks out, we go long here, and this is going to be a stop loss. So we have a very tight stop loss of 3 points. So we can definitely consider it. So it seems like not breaking out yet. So it's failing at this point. I'm not interested in looking at the failure. It's a very tight consolidation range. So I will just pass this. So we see if you look at it, we are still above the VWAP, still above the ranges. So I'm not really interested in shorting at this point. Yeah, it's a very tight range, but if we get an expansion on the upside, we can go long, or if we see the expansion on the downside with the clear rejection. Right now, we didn't even have a breakout attempt yet, so I'm not interested in doing anything. I'm just watching it closely. See, that's what you need to learn as a trader. It's very important to stay patient, and don't force the trades. And only reason why I'm saying because don't force the trades, because if you start pushing the trades and reversing without any real understanding, you might gonna blow up your account. Uh, because this is very tiny range, and it can easily push price up and down very easily, and it's a low volume day as well. So we do not need to force any trade at this point. And if you look at it, there's no real momentum, only price moved and then stalled again. So if the price is moving but stalling again, just wait for the momentum to come in. Just give me 1 second. I don't know what happened. My order is still stuck in this platform. Uh, Let me just reconnect my platform. Okay, my order cancelled. Just got cancelled. Okay, all right. Let's look at it. So see now. So now we had this push up, and market is now coming back into that range because it failed to break. But if we know that there is a VWAP, uh, and there's also some sort of a moving averages, and so therefore I'm not really, I don't see that even if we take the short side, do we get a momentum of 10, 15 points here? Uh, we're in a very tight range. Uh, and then if you look at it, the whole morning, we stuck into those ranges without the volume. So I don't want to guess that I'm going to be lucky this time, uh, because any trade here has a 50% probability of winning, and I don't like to trade when there's only 50% chances for me to win. I would like to, get the odds, in favor, and I want looking for 70, 80% probability of winning. Therefore, I don't like those small, tiny ranges trades when I don't see a clear momentum. Um, it can easily spike from here. It can easily come back down and retest the opening price. It can do anything. There's no edge at this point. Look at the volume. Um, uh, the big volume came in, then volume dried up, no new bits came in, and now we see a bearishness. Maybe the people who bought it here, they might have taken bailing it out, right? So it doesn't mean that they have flipped the position and there's a short side getting strong. So you look for where you have a clear one side imbalance, or one side has a more powerful power than the other, that's where your edge comes in. So if you see that only, consolidation, no one is winning, it's within middle of the range, it's just better to pass those trades. You do not need to take those trades. Guys, I see that, more than 6 people are watching. I would really appreciate if you give you a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. It will help us a lot to grow. Uh, we're starting out as a new channel, so we need real support from you. At the same time, we are willing to support you as well. So now I see that 8 people are watching, so I really appreciate if you guys give a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. So you look at it here, again, ES has held the VWAP. And if you are not familiar with my charting, let me explain to you uh, how my charting look like so you can understand if you're coming for the first time on this channel. So if you look at it, these green moving averages, these are slope. So when it is up, it shows a bullishness. When it turns red, it shows a bearishness. This blue line is the VWAP, right? This red line is a 200 SMA, and this yellow line is 50 SMA, and this white line is the 21 EMA. So for me, this is just to gauge that what market is doing on a 30 minutes chart. To put those time moving averages. I don't use the moving averages on a shorter time scale for the other screen you can see here. So for me, even though you can see here that the, the smaller time frames are getting bearish, we have a 200 SMA on top, which might create a resistance. But the way it was consolidating the price action over top of the other consolidation, I'm not comfortable shorting it here because I don't see that there's a real momentum here on the short side. Would you like to just to say hello into the chat so I can see, then I can recognize the frequent individuals who like to come and join our chat or YouTube channel. If you will not introduce to me, then I wouldn't know your names or what your aspirations are, what you're looking for. If you have any questions, just type in, say hello on the chat. This way I would know you and I can help you, uh, clarifying some of the questions you have in your mind. So it's 10 o'clock, just turning in 10 o'clock. Market did nothing at this point. Um, and always remember, look at this, how bullish movement come in immediately after 30 minutes. So still 30 minutes time frame give us the momentum on the upside at this point. Although we have some bearishness on the short 2 minutes candle, but doesn't really matter as far as we holding the VWAP. So this breakdown came in. Look at this, how ES is turning bearish right now. NQ is still holding. So my one of the rule is that if you see the divergence between the ES and NQ, I would like to avoid those trades because it seems that we don't have a clear momentum. So see, NQ ES showing us that this want to break down, but ES is still holding way above the VWAP and the moving averages. When these divergence is created, so you look at here, uh, and I will just highlight. So if you look at it, this is a divergence and this is a divergence, right? So when divergence happens, I would prefer not to take any trade, rather wait for the clear momentum in the one direction. Uh, so for me, the divergence is not a good place to take because now you have a 50% probability of winning one side. So if you have not subscribed, every morning I post the key levels and send some educational material through writing as well. So if you have not subscribed to my website, subscribe. You can get the free review every morning. I will just post it here, and it has a lot of good materials for you guys to learn and improve if your focus is on learning. Uh, I'm going to post the link and I want you to subscribe if you are interested in learning. A lot of free material and I post every morning. And also I push the free content all the time. So subscribe yourself here. And yeah. So see now the ES has completely came back into the opening range price. NQ is still holding it, you know. So when you see those kind of a divergences, I would not like to trade because I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, whether the most of the time when this happens, the ES is the place where ES always wins. But these days, the after I think this week on Wednesday, I guess we have an Nvidia earning results. So NQ is strong given the earning momentum going on. So it also possible that the ES is just bounce from here and support the ENQ and support the NQ. Yeah. So yeah, feel free to push any questions. Right now, very slow momentum, slow moves. So I'm likely not gonna trade. It's already 10 o'clock. There is no significant move. Market is just consolidating. Unless we see the expansion, then we're going to trade. But if there is no expansion and then moving is, price move just like this, uh, not interested because look at this. What happened in the last whole night, is just consolidated within the 10-15 points range. So that is not something you would like to get stuck on. Today is a day where if you're not on the right side of the trade, you're likely gonna get stuck. And don't forget the 11 o'clock the the show, which is basically that how you can uh, you know, find your edge using the Bookmap. I have uploaded that video. It's going to run at 11 a.m. It is really, really going to help you to see that how important it is to use the other tools to supplement your learning. Yeah, sure. Arun. So, just if you can just hold a few more days, I'm going to create the templates for you guys to share so you can learn. But I would suggest you, if you are really starting out, okay, if you're starting out and you want to learn futures, uh, I would recommend go to the Ninja Traders. Okay, and I'm gonna share you the link. Um, so here, if you go here, so you know, so go and use this platform, um, and open. They give you the free simulator and they have a very reasonable price. And I think that for retail traders, if to start anything, they should start from the Ninja Traders. I for so the charting you see right now, I use for DAS, but I'm moving towards the Ninja Traders, and I'm already building to create a templates that how I can see my similar charting into the Ninja Traders. And I'm working in the project in the background. And once it is available, once it's ready, I'm going to share with you guys so you can download those. For initial few days, we're going to give you a free because a lot of efforts we put it onto creating those templates. And so if you stick around so you can get the free copy of the Ninja Trader templates. Start with the Ninja Traders. It'll give you the charting. It's give you everything what you need to start with. And And what you can do, you can replicate my charting style into the Ninja Traders. Meantime, unless my copy is ready, once my template is ready, I'm going to share with all of you guys, and you can also have it. But to your point, the Ninja Traders is a perfect place, and I shared the link. Uh, if you can use this link, it's going to help us as well, and you're going to get the better deal. So I use the Ninja Traders. Ninja Trader is my platform, and also Ninja Trader is my broker as well. But if you use the funded programs, if you use the funded programs, you can still use Ninja Traders, and you can use the funds from any of the funding traders. But I would recommend that before even you go to the funding traders or any funding programs, start with the link I've shared. Let me just ping this channel, and you can use this for your starting out as a Ninja Trader brokerage account. And I think in the first few weeks they give you the free access. Let me just repost this, and I'm gonna ping this message so you can see. Okay. So now you can see that. Yeah. So use this link, register yourself, and it's gonna really help you. Yeah. So you need to get an extra subscription uh, for from DAS if you wanted to use E as an NQ. But I would rather recommend you that, if you're not, see, I'm using DAS for over 7, 8 years now, so my eyes are really tuned to see the charting like this. But if you are not that used to, and you're in your early days, easier for you to switch between the platforms, and that will they're gonna definitely gonna help you. And it's much cheaper. So I think for Ninja Traders is only charge $50 or $60, and it'll give you the access to the level 2 data and everything on the Ninja Traders. Even now, initially they give you the free funds initially when you register using the link I provided, and once that few 2 weeks I think trial over, then you can just buy the data for $60, $65 and have a better commission, better data pricing and everything. So see, that's what I'm saying. Look at this mark. ES is bounced exactly at the pre-market low. NQ is still holding the VWAP. So when you have this kind of price action, don't force the trade. So it's really important as a trader for you to know when to execute the trades and when not to. Yeah. Yeah. Any other question, guys? So look at this, how price moving. Always remember, think from the perspective that market is a continuous stream, right? Market is a continuous stream. It's just moving. Uh, and if it's just moving, it doesn't mean that you need to take the trade in each move. Uh, so you know so you do not need to get the volume price data from Ninja. You do not need to take it, and you do not even need even I would just say the VWAP. The reason being is that overall the platform and the commissions are so low that you save a tons of money from other things, right? They're not charging you. So that's just DAS charge you over $150, $150 just to get the data and the future subscription. But Ninja will only charge you a small amount, right? So what I'm saying that overall you still be benefiting. Um, but meantime, when you're looking at it, you may not need it, those volume profile. I don't use volume profile on the Ninja. You don't need it. And how much does it charge for the VWAP? I think they, think from the perspective that they're charging because their platform is free, right? Think from their perspective, they're not charging any money for your platform. Even the data fees you're giving directly to the exchange, right? To CME, they're not getting any money. So maybe this is just a one way that they get some money out of it, by selling, just saying as a VWAP. But those who are not interested in VWAP, they just use it free. Just for instance, someone who are just really starting out, uh, uh, and doesn't need, they just pay the data fees and they can look at it. And if you as move along in your trading journey and you need a little extra, and that's the way they charge it, right? And make money because they are commercial too, so they have a right to make money as well. Yeah, so see, if you look at the 60, if they have a $60 for volume profile and VWAP together, it's still much cheaper than the desk traders. So Arun, for futures, they don't have a level two for futures. So Bookmap is the level two for futures, or you use a Ninja Traders book Super Dom, uh, for the level two. So there's another limitation for the Dash 2. The Dash doesn't have any futures level two as well. Market is just dead. It's not moving at all. Yeah. So I would still recommend that, as a young trader, as a beginner trader, you're just starting out learning about futures. I think Ninja Trader is the best place to go. Um, uh, and yeah, and use the link which I shared with you. It will help you to get some additional discounts and the uh, um, free trial. So DAS doesn't have the level two on futures. Arun, why have you joined our Discord, Arun? So what are the platforms you were referring to? You mean the Trading View or the Edgeful? Awesome. What's your ID there? Because I don't. I don't know. I don't see you, Arun, on the Discord. So just say hi to me on the Discord so I can see who are you. Yeah. So market is really slow, dead. I guess is better. Uh, you know, we just enjoy the weekend with our family rather than uh oh, okay, AGK. Okay, I got it. AGK. Yeah, okay. I now remember. Okay. Yes, yes. So did you get it? Did you subscribe to the promotion or not yet? How long you've been trading, Arun? And Nubai, how long you have been trading? Yeah, I saw that, Arun, that you come online and you, yeah. Yeah, to come and join our group. If you're starting out, I would tell you that it's easier to learn the right approach from the beginning than the struggle and then fail and then come back. My style is really I don't force trade. Look for the market structure and patiently wait for those trades to come in. And if it's resonate with you, the style, then come and join. Oh, wow. So I knew how are you doing in 6 years? Are you still are you consistently profitable or you're still struggling? What your struggles are? Or even Arun, you can do for starting out. You can even use my books to it's very I think is on the promotion. You can even use those books to buy and learn. There's a lot of things in the book you can starting out. So if you go to the smarttraders.com, let me just share with you, uh, which is not usually on the display, but if you go, uh, you're gonna find it. Um, what it is the So if you go to smarttraders.com, then you're gonna find the links there. Awesome, yeah, yeah. I think that's a really good point. So futures are much predictable and much easier um, to learn and become consistently profitable. So yeah, it require patience, but if you have that patience and you can learn it, uh, the futures are easier to navigate and I mean, it's relatively easier. Nothing is easier, but relatively easier to navigate. So Arun, I'm sending this link. Check out this link. You're gonna get some uh, offers there. Yeah. So we'll like hang around 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes. Any other questions? Olu, any questions or any other people have any questions? I see over 10 people are online. So give a thumbs up. And if you have any question, feel free to ask the question. Anything about ES, NQ, um, you know, um, we have a lot of uh, free material on my website. I post every morning key levels. That would really be helpful for you if you're starting out. You don't know how to pre-market preparation, how to plan, how to identify the key levels. Those writings and then videos is really going to help you. And uh, don't forget, 11 o'clock I'm pushing this video, which is about that how you can use the book map to get your edge. um, and I'm just gonna release it, but I'm not gonna leave it on the YouTube for long. So watch it now. It's gonna really help you, and you're gonna see that how bookmap can be used for your own benefit. So if we look at now, see now slowly NQ is coming down, but if we still look at it, ES is still holding the previous low. NQ is still above the opening ranges, above the VWAP. So I mean, there's no momentum at this point. Yeah, don't force any trade on this market at this point. It's just a consolidation. Yeah, 11 a.m. ET. Yeah. I'm gonna share the link of the video one more time. Those who have missed when I posted previously, I'm gonna re-post it. And you can also thumbs up onto that video, so it can promote, and it can reach out to the other traders. I would really appreciate if you can give a thumbs up on that video as well, and notify yourself that you're waiting to see. I only see the one person is waiting, but if you could, create a thumbs up and saying we're waiting to see, it will really help to push this forward. I would like, I wanted to bring a lot of content for you guys, so you can learn and grow. But I need your support, so that my channel and me as myself as also grow, my brand is grow. So nothing much. Any other question, guys? We have 5 more minutes. I'm gonna hang around until 10:30, and then we're just gonna stop out. There's nothing really is happening at this point in the market. So look here. This how see how it bounced, but it bounced doesn't mean that we should take the trade. There's no trade at this point. Yeah, still just consolidating. I mean, it's just a boring session. I would just say that. Yeah. So look, I see this one. That's what I'm saying. Exactly within the ranges, within the moving averages. So there's not, for instance, even if you've shorted here, with the 2 point of risk, you would have get 5, 7, 8 points. But if you go into those bad habits of trading, these price action, you're likely gonna go into the over trading zone, and you try to trade every move, and it will just gonna, you know, backfire you one day, and then you're gonna blow up everything. You're gonna lose more. So just don't go into those traps. If it's a tiny range, respect those tiny ranges and look for the right setup. Alex, you're still around? Yeah, I think very slow price action. So I think if you trade, and then momentum comes in and you trade later on, I think remember 1 o'clock the session will close, and then 6 p.m. again the market will reopen it. Uh, I would just advise just leave this market alone. It's just no volume. Look at it, no volume at all. And market is not moving at all. No price movement, no volume. So there is no action. So almost 10:28, 2 more minutes. If we have not any questions, then we can start, you know, closing it. I think it's a good discussion. Um, so we'll see you around every day. Give a thumbs up and subscribe, and don't forget to watch the 11 a.m. Bookmap video. Good. Thank you, Alex. And yeah, and remember, we have a 75% off where you can watch us and meet me. I can help you the methodology questions, teach you on the strategies without any delay on the YouTube. Is a 75% off for the annual membership. If you would like to come and join this weekend. Offer will expire this week. Yep. Awesome. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you. I really appreciate all of you came in here, and I love to hang around with you. So come next time as well. We'll stream tomorrow again. And you can also join the Discord. You can come on the YouTube. You can also have a Substack uh, newsletter every morning and other educational content. So if you're not there, you subscribe to that as well. It will just, overarching ecosystem will help you to improve your trading. So you can follow me on Twitter as well or X. Uh, but everything you'll get it if you come to the smarttraders.com with you can get everything there, all the ecosystem. So I have books written, I have a YouTube channel, we have a Discord, uh, um, and we have a methodology classes and the trading every morning. So full everything you can learn one-stop shop and one individual me. So you can learn my methodology and how to be consistently profitable. Oh, here you go. We're about to end, 10:30. The breaks came in. Let's see what happens now. I was about to hang out and this fall happened. Look at the low volume sell-off. NQ just turned below the VWAP and the ES has turned also below the VWAP. Let's see if we can find something here. I'm getting interested now. Let's see how this 1 minute ends. It's still holding the pre-market lows. I'm not interested in shorting at this point. So let's see what happened. Immediately pull back up and held the VWAP and it's looked like a nice pullback. And if the ES can reclaim the VWAP on a 1 minute, we might gonna see this time push up, push and break out over the pre-market high. But not yet. We don't know whether this pullback is just uh, just a breathing room pullback or is a real pullback. So you look at here on the 2 minutes, you can see below the ranges, but still holding those key levels. So not interested at this point, even shorting. Yeah, I think I will just pass it. It's just a very slow price action. Um, yeah. All right. I will just end the stream. Watch out 11 o'clock show. Okay. See you around. Take care, guys.